Hi,
Here we are.
Um,
So
I
I
had a
had a
banner,
banner,
and now let's go on. And
and
the
the
banner said,
said,
there
there
it
it
is.
is.
Okay,
Okay,
there
there
it
it
is.
is.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Okay,
Okay,
that
that
was the
was the
host
host
code.
code.
That
That
was the
was the
banner.
banner.
So
So
I'm
I'm
going to
gonna
leave
leave
that
that
there
there
for a
for a
little
little
bit,
bit,
and then
and then
it'll
it'll
go
go
away.
away.
Because
Because
then
then
I'll
I'll
go
go
away.
away.
And you'll
You'll
see
see
nothing
nothing
but
but
where
where
I'm
I'm
working.
working.
If
If
all
all
goes
goes
according to
according to
plan,
plan,
which
which
hardly
hardly
ever
ever
happens,
happens,
right?
right?
So,
So
hi,
hi,
how
how
is
is
everybody?
everybody?
Hot?
Hot,
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 hot.
hot.
Oh
Oh
my
my
gosh,
gosh,
I
I
can't
can't
believe
believe
how
how
hot
hot
it
it is
is right
right
now.
now.
And
And
I
I
really
really
like
like
it
it
when
when
it's
it's
warm
warm
out,
out,
but
but
this
this
is
is
the
the
humidity
humidity
is kind of driving
driving
me
me
crazy.
crazy.
And
And
yeah,
yeah,
this is just a
a
little
little
bit
bit
more
more
than
than
I
I
care
care
for.
for.
Just a
Just a
little
little
bit.
bit.
Hi,
Hi,
Susie.
Susie.
I
I
have
have
an
an
echo.
echo.
Okay,
Okay,
and
and
I
I
know
know
exactly
exactly
what
what
that
that
is,
is,
I
I
think.
think.
Let's try that. Is that better? Can you hear me yet? See, I'm always afraid to mute a mic because I'm afraid that you won't hear anything. Or maybe I muted the wrong mic too. Wait.
Wait. Yes, what? Yes, you can hear me. How's that? Is that okay now? I I changed things around before you had a chance to answer me. If you could, I'm good. Okay, I'm gonna leave it go. Then I'm not gonna mess with it. How are you, Susie? I heard you said something that you were having some issues. You weren't feeling so good. You feeling better now? Are you out seeking heat in the pool and cool and looking for cool? And that didn't make any sense at all. Ugh. Well, I had a request to do Christmas in July because I was talking about the catalogs and how everything kind of one ran into another this with this last one, like the annual catalog, then celebration, and it all just kind of hit at once. Still sick but feeling better. 7 days. Ugh. I'm so sorry. Especially in the summer when the weather's decent and you want to get out and about. Ugh. Well, I hope you get better soon, and maybe I'll get a chance to talk to you tomorrow. Anyway, um, I had a request to do Christmas in July because I was talking about the Christmas catalog being out and how I just can't get there because there's so many things going with these catalogs. And then someone said, "Well, I think you should do Christmas in July for your Facebook Live." And then I was thinking, it's so hot out. Christmas in July just seems appropriate. So that's what I'm doing. So, what I did is I went to the mini catalog, this one right here, and I just pulled out some pictures of things that I had the stamp sets for and decided to copy them right out of the catalog. So that's what we're doing. We're going to start out with the candy cane suite, and it's going to be very, very close to the one that's in the catalog. That one right there. Um, that one. And I can tell you about some things that I was finding as I was making it, and we'll see what happens. And then we are going to make this one, Christmas Cottage. This is adorable, but I got to tell you something. It has a lot of pieces. Hi, Connie. Hey, Beth, how are you? Hey, I'm going to get that catalog over to Jane tomorrow, and then she can get it to you. So I can't believe you didn't get it. that is just another one of those. Like, I send them out, and I know you were on the list to get one. So sorry about that. But Jane will get it. She'll get it to you. So I'm going to do Christmas in July, and I'm doing some cards right out of the catalog. And I think we're probably gonna just get started. I learned some things because this is the first I've used this set. So, Pauline, hi. Pauline is new. It's nice to see you. Welcome. For anyone who is joining me during the week at all, or even now, I need you to say hello, like Pauline just did. And I will put your name in this little bucket right here. And then at the beginning of the show, like in the next 5 minutes, I will pull a name out of this bucket. And whoever's name I pull gets the card that I made tonight. So if you're not watching tonight, your name would go in next week's. So if you watch during the week and you make a comment, you have to make a comment. You have to tell me you're here. Tell me where you're from. Tell me anything. Just say hi. Do whatever you want to do. Just make sure I know you're there. And then if you win, if your name gets pulled, you win the card that I made tonight, or one of the cards that I make tonight. If I make like 3 or 4 cards, you get one of them. Okay, so I'm pulling the name right now, and I pulled Jane's name. Jane watched last week because she asked me for some measurements, and I sent them to her. So I actually sent everybody the measurements that's on my email list. I sent them pictures, and I sent them the measurements from last week's card. So if you're interested, if you don't have a demonstrator and you want to use me as your demonstrator, or even if you don't want to use me as your demonstrator, if you want to get me your email, my email address is nettep2020@gmail.com. nettep2020@gmail.com. Uh, Send me an email and I will send you a catalog if you want one, or I will just add you to my email list so you get my emails when I send out an email blast, which just kind of tells you what's going on, and it gives you measurements and pictures of whatever I did this week. So Jane wins the card, and I'm going to write that down right now so that I don't forget it. Okay. Christmas in July. I have one person who I'm not going to name, who isn't on yet, who asked me to do Christmas in July. So I hope she gets on. and she's probably hiding out. So the first one I'm doing is the Sweet Candy Canes Sweet. This is a really cool little set. I wasn't going to get this at first. And then I saw someone else, another demonstrator, do something with it. And it was so pretty and so cool that I decided I'm going to get it and I'm going to give it a shot. And she gave me some great ideas. And then I looked at what was in the catalog, and there were some more great ideas. So I'm sold. This has, if I can show you, these are the dies that go with it. And this one is the one that's very cool and intriguing. So that's the one that I used. I got my sparkle paper. And wait till you see what happens. This is really kind of cool. Okay, so this isn't exactly how this is going to be on the card, but I just want to show you this before I start. So you could just do this. Just put it on white paper and do this, right? But when you cut this with your die cutter, you end up with all these little pieces. This is very much like that one die that was out last year. I forget what it was called, and it doesn't really matter. But you get all these pieces that you can kind of use for other things, I'm sure. And because I use the sparkly paper, I know I'm going to use this. I know that I'm going to use these pieces that I cut out. So I'm just showing you that. I'm going to put all of these, I'm keeping them all in one of these little plastic things, kind of for future embellishments because I'm, like I said, I know I'm going to use them. So that's the one die, and that's a great background die. And the paper that comes with this suite, this is the really, really cool thing. And I didn't make up my paper yet that shows you the picture of the papers that are with it. So bear with me because I have all the papers here. It has like all these different kind of stripes. And aren't they kind of pretty? Candy canes, red and white polka dot, green and white. What else is here? More candy canes. Okay, and candy canes, that's something else I want to show you. Candy canes on the paper. These big candy canes. And the dies. These dies fit perfectly over those candy canes. So when you're making the card that I am making tonight, you can do that two ways. You can either stamp, because the stamp set has the candy canes too, if you can see that, or you can cut it right out of the paper. So it depends what color you want your candy canes to be and how you want them to look. You can cut them out of the paper or you can stamp them yourself. So what I've chosen to do now, I'm going to get around to doing all this. Plus, this has a whole lot of neat things it says on it. And we'll get to that as we go. Hi, Carol. Yes, it's Christmas in July. Hi, Barb. Pauline, you love Christmas cards? Well, that's good because you're going to get a couple tonight. So this one, what I'm going to do now, most of the colors in this suite revolve around reds and greens, but the red is the sweet sorbet. That's the in color, and it's a pinkish red. And it, you know how I like pink, and I know I have to incorporate pink into my Christmas. And wait till you see the other card. But I'm going to start with a sweet sorbet base, and I'm going to cut it like I always do. It is 8.5 by 5.5. So basically, it's a half sheet of 8.5 cardstock. Score it at 4.25 and fold it in half. Use a bone folder to make sure that you click that down real good and strong. Okay, so then I took a piece of white, and this is 4 by 5.25. And this part is just a little tricky. I'm doing 2 cards here, or not, because I only have 1 piece of sweet sorbet cardstock. That was very smart. There's another piece, no problem. 4.25. I'm doing 2 because I was going to do 1 for a sample, and then I was going to do 1 live, and then I decided to do both of them live. So I don't know how these are going to look either. I guess we'll find out together. Okay, so there's my card bases ready to go. Here's the tricky part. I want to use these stripy kind of papers, and I want to put these sparkly pieces that I cut out and line them up on here. So I need to make sure that I cut this paper, which I did do already. I want to cut it so that if I'm using a different stripe and it's not is that horizontal? Vertical stripes, okay? I need to make it vertical, so I would need to flip my paper around, but this paper is cut this way. So I cut a strip on both of these, a little bit narrower than this paper. This paper, this ends up being a little shorter than 4 inches. So I cut this 3 and a little more than 3/4. And I'm sorry that the measurements are not more exact, but that was just how this worked out. So then what you want to do is you want to lay this out so that you know that it's going to be where it is, where you want it before you cut it. So I want to make sure that that green stripe and there's an aqua stripe are showing through. Do you see what I'm saying? And I want to get the whole thing in here. Yeah, that should work. That should work okay. Okay, so I am going to make my mark right here, and then I'm going to cut this off. So I'm not measuring this time. Sorry, guys. I'm not going to give you measurements. I'm just going to do this. Not something I recommend. And I just saw that when I cut this, I got a jagged edge here, which I'm going to try and get off of there. There. Okay, I got it. Now I'm going to use my white glue, and I'm going to glue this. I thought about this before. I might use the adhesive sheet if I do any more of these, because that adhesive sheet worked so well before. And it just seems like anywhere that you have thin gluing to do, those adhesive sheets work pretty well. So Carol saw Melanie today, and she said you should give her a call about bingo. She said you like to play bingo, and she's going or has a place to go to or whatever. And she's also going to try to make it to the library next time. I'm going to keep her posted on that. Okay, I cut that a little too short, it looks like, but that's okay. We'll fix that, right? We will make that. We'll make that be okay. Oh, jeez. Yeah, because we're putting the whole thing on a white background, and the white background will fill those spaces in. So, yeah. Oh, and you know what else I forgot to do? I wanted to. Okay, that's a little bit better. I think that makes this a little bit bigger, I hope. I have glue on this paper. So I'm going to flip the paper over and try to find a piece without glue. Oh, there's the seahorses. We'll use the seahorses. How's that? So seahorses and Christmas at the same time. Not going to see that very often. Okay, so I'm just going to glue that onto my sweet sorbet base. And I have a couple pieces here sticking up. I'm not going to worry about those because I'm going to keep, I'm doing some more to that. I'm not going to do the same thing with this red and white horizontal paper, horizontal stripe. Now this one, I want to make sure I don't cut this off. So I'm going to do something that I shouldn't do. And I'm going to glue this onto that whole big piece and then cut that big piece off. Celebration is still in full swing, guys. Just so you all remember, spend $50 out of the regular catalog or the Christmas catalog, and you get free stuff. Now, the free stuff that they have in the celebration catalog is as long as it lasts, and they're already starting to run out of stuff. Yep, the cards and envelopes that they have in soft seafoam, they are gone. I was very surprised to hear that they're already running out of things, but yeah, they are. So if you have anything in that celebration catalog that you have your heart set on, get your order in. And you know you can place your orders online or through me. And if you place them online, there's the host code. Please use that if your order's under $150. You could also call me and I will place your order for you. And I will try to save you on postage if you're local to me and you can pick it up, or I can get it to you fairly easily. We can do it that way too. And you'll still have to pay postage, but it won't be quite as much as if you place the order yourself directly. Because I still have to pay postage, but I would split it with whatever orders I have at the time, so it saves a little bit. Okay, did you see what I did there? I just cut that off, and I really cut that off crooked. it's it's a shame. It's terrible if you saw it because it's crooked, but here, now it's fixed. Now it's straight. Okay. And that is also going on a white background, and then it's going on the sweet sorbet card base. Look at the back of that paper. Isn't that cool? We're using that for the next one. Okay, and the whole thing's getting glued onto the sweet sorbet base. And there's a white border, a little bit of a white border around the edge of this. Not a lot, but a little bit. But it doesn't matter if it's there or not, really. Whatever suits you when you're making it. Right? Okay. So there's that. Now, next step. Cut out your candy canes. What I have done is I have already cut them out. I cut out green ones and I stamped them and cut them. So I'm going to lay them out like that. Like I said, you could stamp them in any color and cut them out with the die cutter, or you could use the paper and cut them right out of the paper, and then you get a different color or color variations and everything. So use whatever you like. I'm going to put these on with dimensionals because I do kind of want them to stick up a little bit. And don't forget to show some love and share this if you're watching it on Facebook. I also you can watch it also on YouTube. If you share it, I will put your name in twice for the card of the day. Next week, I'm going to get away from Christmas. This is just for July, just for today, that I'm doing the Christmas thing. I'll get back to it eventually, but we have 2 other seasons to get through. We have Halloween and we have fall. And I'm not sure which is which. We had this debate the other day about whether we're going to go with Halloween first or fall first. But one or the other or both will be coming at you soon. I have some, oh, you know, that new catalog has some gorgeous, gorgeous fall things in it. And it has some pretty cute Halloween things too. So we'll be going on those. Christmas cards really are fun to make. They really are, I think. I don't know. It does put you in the mood, I guess. Kind of puts you in a Christmas mood. Okay, so and I'm watching Virgin River. I've read that whole entire series by Robin Carr of books, and I really liked this series. So they made it into a movie, and it's on Netflix. And they kind of, I mean, the movie's not the same as the book, but it's close enough that I recognize the characters. And season 3, I think, starts tonight. So that's what I'm going to be doing when I'm done here. I'm going to be binging Virgin River probably all night. Okay, my seahorses and everything are flashing. I can see that when I look at my screen. And all of this paper has stuff printed on it. So I'm going to flip this all over until I find a plain white piece. There. Now you can see what I have going. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do, this die is in this set. And I looked at it and I thought, okay, it's kind of interesting because I'm not real sure what it's supposed to do exactly. Then I figured it out. And it's actually kind of cool because you can stamp a greeting on here and then you can put ribbon through it and under the greeting and up top and run your ribbon around the card, right? I don't want to do that this time, but you could. I mean, that would be a good idea. What I want to do with this is I want to just attach it. If you see the one in the catalog, I'm just going to attach it like a gift tag with ribbon. And I'm going to put something on it, but I need to cut it off to do that. And I might try it that way too. I might do both things with it. We'll see. See how this one goes. And I'm going to stamp the message. Here it is. Candy cane wishes and mistletoe kisses. And I'm going to stamp that in sweet sorbet because the background is sweet sorbet. And we do have some mistletoe that we could put on there if we wanted to, but yeah, I don't think I'm going to bother with that right now. Just stuck my finger in it, which is why I always have a paper towel nearby. Okay, I do have ribbon here. Yeah, there it is. I didn't think this one through though. Okay, I'm just going to tie a bow with this green ribbon. And I should probably leave a tail. Okay, oh, it's going to go just like that. And that is sort of, actually, I need different ribbon. I need some kind of ribbon that's a little bit more full. This ribbon is very thin. And there is ribbon in the catalog that would be perfect, but I haven't gone ordered it yet. So when I get that, that's going to probably be my solution. Meanwhile, I'm looking, I just don't see anything that I have that's the right shade of green, that is the right thickness that's going to go there. So I'm just going to use what I have right here. I scooched that up a little bit and I didn't want to, so I'm going to cut that up. And then I'm just going to use a glue dot to attach that bow, and the bow is going to hold the tag, and the tag has the grading. And the nice thing with this set is it has some nice greetings for inside too, nice messages for inside. So on the inside, there's that. Oh, wait. I also have this gold here, and I'm going to use the dowel punch, and I'm going to punch out some gold stuff because this needs more. Oh yeah, that makes a big difference. Okay. Again with the glue dots. And see, when you kind of do these on the fly, sometimes they don't exactly do what you want them to do right off the bat, but eventually you do figure it out. So my other one's going to be a little easier because I will already know what I plan to do with it, right? Hey, how's Barb? Haven't seen, I guess, well, yeah, I did talk to you. You were on last week, right? Susie, start your Christmas cards yet? I know you have a bunch that you have to make. Have you started them yet? I'm going to put this one going down, and I think that's going to be enough for the gold stuff on here. There. There's that. You started with last year's stamp sets, yeah. I know I have just not really gotten these stamp sets going yet. Just hasn't happened. Now they have. Now they have. I've broken open Christmas, thanks to some people that wanted me to. I have broken open Christmas, and once I break open Christmas, it stays open. So here's for the inside. I'm going to take some of these candy canes, and I'm just going to cut a strip off. And then I'm going to, because we know, we don't leave the insides bare. The party doesn't stop just because the party's open. I say that over and over. The same with the envelope. Give the mailman something to look at. Put something on the envelope so he can enjoy. He might be nice and get it where it belongs. Oh, okay, I'm not knocking the mailman, but yeah, ours. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the. I don't know if we have a substitute a lot and the guy doesn't know the neighborhood or the area or what. I don't know. But I know we can go for days and days where everything's fine, and then all of a sudden we'll have a week where everything is messed up. And we get all of our neighbors' mail. Of course, that's how we get to know our neighbors' names and stuff, you know. So I put some candy canes here at the bottom. And I'm going to stamp the inside because I just finished saying how nice messages this had with it. It says, may the good times of today become the cherished memories of tomorrow, or wishing you lots of love, joy, and happiness this Christmas season and always. I like that. That's the one it's going to be. Didn't put that up for a vote, did I? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Connie, the red glimmer paper. I know that red glimmer paper is so nice. It really is. And you know what? The sweet sorbet, I do like this color. And it does some neat stuff. I do enjoy this. Okay, so there's the inside. Okay, there's that one. And we'll finish off this one. Pretty much the same. Again, I'm gonna punch out some of these. There is mistletoe. There's a mistletoe stamp and a mistletoe die with this set. And I guess that's what you're meant to use, but I don't know. This is just working for me. And I just got an idea. Okay, I'm going to stick these on the back of this. There. And there. And here. And I am going to stick the ribbon through this. I'm going to try something a little crazy here. We'll see what happens. Okay, I have a stamp here that says Christmas cheer. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the masking technique to, yeah, maybe. Okay, there, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. I have some Post-it tape. So I'm going to cover up the word cheer. and just have the word Christmas. And that little rascal should have been on a block, but okay, now it is. So I'm going to ink it up, the Christmas. I'm going to pull that off. I'm going to stamp Christmas there. I should have stamped this before I did this, but nobody said I was the sharpest tack in the box. Then I'm going to block off the word Christmas and just get the word cheer to stamp on the bottom. Now, if I had planned this ahead of time, got a little messy. Yeah, that didn't get so good. Let's see. What am I going to do? Well, you get the idea of what I was trying to do here. I'm going to fix this. And it is going to end up being like this. It's going to say Christmas cheer. Okay, and then it's going to have the gold stuff. And it's going to go right there. And I can just quick do that right now, right? Piece of white. Give me a second. I'm going to quick cut this out. I'm back. And I'm just going to take the whole, yeah, I still can't do it. I still have to block off the word Christmas and the word cheer. It still has to be in two separate words because the ribbon has to go in the middle. But that's quite all right. Take this off. Christmas. Clean that off. Cover that. Cheer. Okay, I have these post-it label and cover tape, and that's what I was using. I got it on Amazon. The green stripes, Beth. I'm reading. Yeah, isn't that neat? I like that too. That's yeah. Okay, let's try this again. Tie the I have to cut the bell first, and I need two of them. Put some sticky stuff on the back of this. There. Take the ribbon through. I wish I had slightly thicker ribbon. I think it would look nicer. And I bet if I hunted, I could find something acceptable, but I'm okay with this for now. Just if I make any more, they're going to be with different ribbon. Plus, the bigger ribbon will stand out a little nicer here, I think. Just a little thicker, not real thick. And I think I'm going to have to put some dimensionals on the back of this to hold it up. But it's going to work out pretty nicely. Oh, I keep wanting to. There you go. I do like that red and green paper. Although the red and white's pretty cool too. Okay, so those are the cards. I still have another one coming, and I have to do the inside of that. And I'm getting there. I have my candy canes. Actually, I think I'm going to make the red and white stripe in this one. I'm going to stamp the message on the inside the same as the other one. I'm going to use the wishing you lots of love, joy, and happiness this Christmas season and always. This is really a very nice set. And like I said, I wasn't going to get it at first. And I'm glad I did because it really does have some cute stuff. And I know Candy is not watching at the moment, but I know she said that she always tries to get something with candy canes, and she was going to get this. So this will give her a couple of ideas. Thank you, Susan. Okay, there's those two. Now, this last one was, well, it was a lot more challenging than I thought it was going to be. And I have all the bits and pieces cut and colored and done that it just all has to be assembled. And I did that because I could tell I was going to make two. I always try to make a sample. And this was the sample I was trying to make, and it was taking forever. And I said, I can't do that to you guys. I'm going to have to just put it, I'll have everything ready and I'll put it together now. So that's what I'm going to do. This one is it's this one here. It's from the Sweet Gingerbread Bundle. It has a gingerbread house. It's really cute. And I gotta tell you, anybody who knows me really well knows that I build or used to. I haven't done any for a while, but I build doll houses and miniature room boxes and things like that. And so when it comes to putting together, assembling little miniature things, I just love doing that. It's like playing. I don't know. It's like playing with a dollhouse. It's just a lot of fun. So this little set was just like that to me. Wait until you see this. It's hysterical, but it's fun. Um, I'm just trying to put these away before 6, 7, 2, 3, Okay. That, this die would cut really nice just on white paper, just red or green or something without it. Doesn't have to be the glitter, but I think it's so pretty with the glitter paper. Anyway, let's put those aside for now. You bought it? Haven't opened it yet, Connie. Yes, it's a neat sweet. It is. Okay, here we go. This card. Oh, I have some pieces over here and some pieces over there. All right, this card is a very odd shape to begin with. It starts out. There you go. Three and a half by 6. So basically, what it is you take a piece 6 inches wide by 7 inches this way. Score it at 3.5, fold it in half. So now you have a 3.5 by 6. That's your card. Why? I don't know. That was what was in the catalog. That's what it was. And it's not going to fit in your envelopes. You could put it in a business size envelope or one of my Hallmark envelopes. It will fit in really nicely. I'm not supposed to say that, but it will. So anyway, what we're going to do is we take a piece of Coastal Cabana. Yes, you heard me right. We're also going to take this. This is the back side of the one we just used, the paper that we just used. I think this paper is going to come in. I mean, this paper is cool. It's really very, very pretty. And it's very pretty on both sides. So I think it's going to be used a lot. So you use this side of this paper. We are going to cut the designer series paper a slight bit smaller. They say this was 3.5 by 6. So we're going to take this 5 and 7/8 by 3 and 3/8. So basically, I took it an 1/8 inch shorter than the card. The card is 3.5 by 6. The first piece of designer paper is an 1/8 of an inch smaller all the way around. Did you get that? Everybody get that? Okay. Next piece is the Coastal Cabana. And that is going to be smaller all the way around by, let's see, what did I say? 3.5 by 6. And I'm knocking pieces on the floor. That is not a good thing. Okay, 3.5 by 6. So I'm going to take this at 5 1/4. By 3. Because I want my paper to show through. That's why I'm trying to kind of cut this. I think it can be cut even smaller. So I'm ending up with 2 3/4, which is fine because this is just kind of a background piece. Okay, so I'm going to take and glue this down. Like I said, all my pieces are cut and sitting here. I just didn't have the paper cut because I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to do, how I was going to do that. And then I had to study the catalog a little bit, and I studied it and figured it out. Okay, now I die cut all these pieces. Let me just show you this piece, this set. Or if I could find it, I would show it to you. I have got stacks and piles of paper and stamp sets and everything else. There it is. Okay. Sweet gingerbread. This is the set. Okay. So the stamps, this is the stamps. It has the house, and it's just a couple words and a cloud and stuff like that, right? Easy. But then the dies. Tell me, folks. Look at all these dies. And there's more dies than stamps. There's a hill. There's a fence, which are cool. There's your house, your trees, all that kind of stuff. I mean, there's just a lot of dies here. So what I did, I started out stamping the house, and I had a little bit of a hard time with the house because it looked like it was crumb cake. Well, this is crumb cake, and I just don't like that. It's too dark. So I went then with a Sahara sand and smoky slate, and I finally ended up with Sahara. No, I think that's gray granite stamped off a lot. And what I'm doing, like I said, I'm following the catalog here. We're going to put this fence, we're going to put a hill. Here's the hill. The hill goes there. It's stuck out a little bit in the bottom, which is fine. Okay. So I'm going to stick the hill on now. This is just cute. It's like putting together a little puzzle. There. So we take that. I think the next thing that would go on would be the fence. And isn't that cute? This fence. I think this fence, I love it. I love this fence. I really do. Okay, silly me. It's a miniature. And I like miniatures. So there's the fence. This fence is probably going to be a pain in the neck when it comes to gluing it. I should have probably used the adhesive, but I didn't. So I'm going to try this using this silicone sheet, getting it all good be up there. And I probably should have made the fence out of a different color, but I didn't. So there's the fence, and it's stuck. Now, the gingerbread house. I'm going to tell you what, I'm not fond of any of these colors, and what I decided I think I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and stick a little bit of pink on that. And I'm going to do that with a dauber. Yes, Carol, pink. Because that just, I don't know, that just, yep, that's what it needed. A little pink. To soften up that gray brown color. And there's going to be more gingerbread and stuff going on. Okay, that'll do it for that. I have windows that have to get glued on. And these were all cut out. I cut these all out ahead of time. I stamped them with uh, blushing bride and die cut them. There's the windows. And the door is here. That is Coastal Cabana. There's another window up top. And we have a couple of stamps just to decorate that up a little bit. But wait, here's the gingerbread for the top. Now, this, you're supposed to use that, the stuff that they have, oh gosh, I can't even think what it's called. It's like, Susie, do you know what I'm talking about? It's or Connie, you might be able to help me out. It's the stuff in a tube that comes out and it kind of looks like toothpaste almost. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. Okay, anyway, it just makes a big white glove there, and I am not using that because I don't have it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue this on and maybe find some embellishments to stick on it. I mean, I can pretty it up some other way, right? Okay, so there's that. And we have these things that also go on in pink. And that's supposed to be a heart there in the middle. So I am going to just color that in, make it a heart. Well, I know I could use now I don't know what color pink I use. Okay, anyway, here's this guy who goes on with dimensionals. Did I lose everybody yet? Oh, the tweezer, it is tweezers. It's this stuff. The pearlized enamel effects, that's it. Puff paint, yeah, that's it. Okay, yeah, Beth, I just use tweezers. They actually put these out right now in the newest catalog. These are in with a set of things to use for embossing, and these are actually kind of neat tweezers. But I get tweezers from Amazon, and I get like, I don't know, packs of 5 at a time because I misplace them all the time. But I use those for dollhouse stuff too, so that's why I have so many of them. But yeah, I do use tweezers a lot. I think that should be standard uh, tools in Stampin' Up's catalog, it kind of surprises me that it's not. That's just my opinion. Okay, so we're putting our little house there. I seem to have lost. I had a couple of pieces of rock that go around the fence, and I seem to have dropped them somewhere. But here's one, and there's also a couple pieces of. There's like a little walkway, little stone walkway, and I had a bunch of those pieces, and I kind of lost those too because they didn't look like they were supposed to be anything, and I didn't color them. They were white, so they just didn't make sense. Here they're colored, little. Okay, what else do we have? Oh, now we got the really fun stuff. And for these, I'm going to use the pieces of dimensionals. I don't buy mini dimensionals. I cut up big dimensionals. Pauline, you wrote no. I'm not sure what you're saying no to. Are these not cute? I just love these little things. I think these are adorable. And now the next one here, the trees go first, and then just kind of stand here off to the side. Yes, Carol, you're right. You're absolutely right. This is way too. I mean, I can't imagine. I think for a special card, this would be great. To me, this is fun. It really is fun. I enjoy doing this, but I wouldn't want to do too many of them. And for something special for somebody, yeah, I'll do one or two, but I'm not going to do enough for like everybody and my brother. That's not going to happen. So, yeah, they're cute. They are cute, but got to draw the line somewhere. Is that is that what? Oh, I guess if you, I lost some of you. Yes, this is just going on and on. I was afraid I was losing people, but I didn't. I'm glad I didn't lose you. Okay, we don't want that tree just hanging out there, so we're going to put it there. These little lollipop things I just think are so cute. One of them over here. Then, last but not least, oh wait, there is a wreath, and it's too big. It's too big for the front door, so that's not going on. So the wreath is next. But what we do need is going to say, have a sweet Christmas. And it's going to be, these are all still little pieces here. Carol, I can't believe you wouldn't want to play with all these little pieces. I wanted this to be a little pink, so I'm making it pink. That's what I'm doing, if anybody's wondering what I'm doing. And I'm going to just cut it off. And flag it. And that's going to go right under our house there. And that's that. Here's what I'm going to do too. I'm going to, on the inside, I told you it was 3.5 by 6. So on the inside, I'm going to cut a piece 3.25. I'm letting it, it's at 5.25. I'm letting it there. Yeah, that'll be big enough. Okay, 5.25. I use that. And I'm going to stamp the little lollipops on the inside because I like those little lollipops. I think they're adorable. Sweet sorbet. Two is enough. So it's going to go on there. I'm not overdo it. And I will glue that to the inside. Like so. And there you have it. So it is very time consuming. There are a lot of pieces. And I'm not going to lie, it was a pain in the neck to cut all these pieces out, but I do think it's kind of cute. And like I said, for something special, I think somebody would just love getting that card. I think they would just think that was adorable. I'll hold it up here a little bit. Thank you. Linda can play. Yeah, she would do that. She would, yes. Okay. I'm gonna I went over my time a little bit tonight. Sorry about that. That was just because, hey, it was Christmas stuff. like I said, next week I'm probably going to be back to, I don't know, fall maybe, or Halloween or something along those lines. The other alternative that I might do next week, I got a bunch of background stamps today, um, this week, and they're very intriguing. You can make some really neat cards really quick using these background stamps, and so I might show you how to do that. Sound like a plan? Well, thanks for joining me. Stay cool. If you have a pool, stay in it. And yes, this is Connie, one or two, not 30. No. Well, I'm glad you're in the card making mood now. It's kind of like you think, oh my gosh, so early for Christmas. But at the same time, if you have to make a lot of them, it's kind of neat to start now because then it doesn't seem so overwhelming when it happens to be a week or two away. So Jane is going to get a Christmas card from me, and she's going to get it in the next day or two. And Beth, I will get your catalog to her. Enjoy. Thank you for joining me, and hopefully, I will see you all next week. Have a wonderful evening and stay cool. Bye.